lost a brake drum.
Well, good morning, guys. Good morning. Hey. Maybe it's morning. Whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching this. Nice to have you guys back. I'm John. This is Ryan and Jim, and we're Maniacs Garage. And we're back. So we're going to be working on the 62 Mercury Monterey again today. We call this thing the Maniac because it's as big as Noah's Ark. So that's the one. We've been working on this for about a year. We did a full rebuild on the V8 big block, naturally aspirated, carbureted, and all around cooler-rated. So tell us what we're working on today actually, dude.
All right, I'm putting together the throttle linkage. Nothing went back OEM, it's all aftermarket, so kind of have to do a little fumbling around with the linkage, getting that put back together. We're gonna put the calipers back on because we did a front disc brake conversion. Right now, these wheels won't allow the calipers to even be on there because they take up too much room. Put those back on and
get ready for some wheel measurements so that we can reach out to some wheel companies and find the right wheel for this thing so we can put it on the ground and start getting ready to start cruising this thing.
Yeah, maybe some carpet today too. Maybe a carpet reveal.
Ah, you got the carpet?
I got the carpet.
Surprise to me. Awesome. What are you doing today?
I am wiring up the gauges. So today we're working on wiring those up so they have power, signal, and lights.
Nice, nice. And we got an Instagram live going on right there. It's filming us right now. So we're on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, all at Maniacs Garage. Thank you guys so much for following. If you guys are returning viewers, we thank you. Make sure you guys are subscribed because we found out that a lot of the viewers are not subscribed and you guys are missing our videos, and we're working pretty hard at putting these things out. We got our cool new segment called Maniacs Reacts that we put together and drop in the middle of the week. That's a fun one, so check it all out.
I've been really enjoying that one.
Yeah, me too, man. That's pretty fun times. Well, let's get started though.
Yeah,
let's do it.
All right, let's go. Jim, what you doing on the floor, man?
Just getting comfy. No, we're gonna put this caliper back on. We did the front disc brake conversion earlier this year, and in order to get this thing to roll, we didn't have the right wheels yet, so there wasn't the right offset. So we had to actually pull them off to make it roll. So I'm putting it back on, rework, yep. So, and then we're gonna measure and see what kind of, see what we actually need for the right size wheel and tire. We got this cool tire gauge, rim and tire gauge.
I hate doing work twice. That's a pet peeve of mine, but I've had to do it a lot of times just because somebody will change their mind, right? So the old saying is, get paid the same whether I do it once or twice.
We do it right because we do it twice.
Unfortunately, we don't get paid to do anything around here.
All right, so I finally got recruited into work today on this thing by the boys.
I'd say strong-armed.
Yeah, I got strong-armed in. So this is a throttle linkage that needs to get mounted over here, and with the new carburetor, new intake, it's not quite long enough. So what I'm thinking, or we're thinking we're gonna do, is we're gonna extend this. So I already have a mark on here, and this is about the right diameter right there. So I'm gonna cut this shank off right there on that bolt, weld it in, clean it up, and then that's gonna give us the extra inch that we need. So let's get a little time lapse on this. So here's the welding. It's not the straightest transition there. I don't know, I'm gonna still grind it so that'll make it better. But it's solid. Let's see if this linkage extension is gonna end up working. So I extended it 1 inch.
Man,
You liking what you see?
I like what I see.
Okay, that's good.
Oops. Okay, hold on.
Oh, would you look at that?
It does bind a little bit, but barely at all.
That might be something else. Let's look at it. But all right, cool.
Yeah,
So the linkage extension worked. All right, let's move on to the next thing. So after some more playing around with this linkage, we figured out that it actually doesn't go on the bottom of the carburetor here. It actually goes on the top here, and it works. We got it all figured out. The geometry works now, but this little loop on top of this linkage needs to get cut off so that we can pop the little spring clip on from this guy right there. It's gonna go there, and we can't connect it on. So this thing's gotta go. We gotta cut it off. It's a messy proposition, but we got a plastic bag over the carburetor taped on. We have this fire retardant blanket on. We got the windshield covered up, and we're just gonna go for it.
John, what are you doing?
Precision cutting.
Precision cutting with a big fat marker.
Yep.
All right,
All right, let's do this thing.
let's do this.
Oh, it's tight. I need a smaller wheel.
Oh
I'm
man.
gonna get a smaller wheel.
And by smaller, you mean just more worn?
Yes.
Yes, okay. We don't have smaller wheels.
Right.
We just need a wheel that's worner. Warner? More worn. Let's check in with Ryan. It's been a minute. Ryan's had some success today.
Yeah, it's time to put the key back in.
Almost. All
There's a
right.
hole over here somewhere.
Yep. Ryan's got the gauges wired. He has, we know that we have power to them. The lights come on in the background. They all respond to key on power. Yep. So we're gonna go back in and check with John.
We got the smaller wheel. This way I always keep our leftovers around just in case. Because this is going to be a lot better to maneuver in here. I'm just going to send it, dude.
Well, no. You okay?
I'm going to send it. It's going to be right there.
Don't cover the hole.
I think that looks good. Bring it out because it moves. Because it's a linkage that moves. Okay, I need something to hold it.
All right.
Well, it's really proven to be a good day here today at the shop. Ryan's been underneath the dash all morning, wiring stuff up. Got the key all wired up properly. All the new gauges are wired up properly. Look at that illumination. You can't really see it right now, but stock gauge or a factory gauge has illumination. The new ones have illumination. The TAC has illumination.
Move that light.
If I move that light, you actually could see, but I'm not gonna. And then we're out here. We got the linkage figured out. We have to lengthen it 1 inch. First it was on the bottom. It was actually pushing the wrong way, but we ended up figuring out that you can go up on top. Had to cut a piece of it off there. On the carburetor. Got the spring all connected, so this thing's actually working right now. So we're super stoked with that. And then Ryan now moved himself to the headlights because he's on wiring mode right now. So
Yeah.
he's trying to figure out low beams, high beams, and all of that good stuff. And then I am gonna now, well, actually, Jim also got the calipers back on because we did a disc brake conversion on this car many videos ago, but it is on our channel because these cars come with drums on all 4 corners, and so wanted to do a nice little upgrade. Did this basically eBay disc brake conversion, cool stainless lines, new power booster that we installed on this as well. And so that's cool. So now we're getting ready to figure out how to measure for wheels. So this is a tool that you can buy, and we're gonna put it together, and you'll be able to bolt it onto your hub, I guess, rotor, and you can turn it for clearance, and you can adjust. So you can basically figure out what size wheel you're gonna need to be able to clear everything. So I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna go ahead and put this thing together.
and Jim did a lot of work to this tool and got it all working good. We've been doing a lot of talking about what we can fit in here, lots of measuring, and we think we settled on a tire size and wheel size that clears the front. We did turn it back and forth, left and right, make sure it clears the frame in the front and the back, make sure it clears fender wells. We're a little close up here when it's gonna come time to lower it, but we're looking at a 245/50. Looks like it'll clear on the front really nice. Might be able to fit a 255. It'd be a little tight. Not sure we're willing to risk it quite yet at this point. 245/50 also gets us a little smaller tire, a little more torque, and a little bit lower ride height. So I don't think we're losing anything by going to a 245/50 over the 255. And then for a wheel, we're looking at a 20x8 or a 20x8.5 with 0 offset. Fits in here really nice, gives us good clearance all the way around. We do have plenty of room to lower it. These fenders are really wide, so that keeps it still tucked in far enough. We shouldn't get any rubbage if we hit a big bump or something. Yeah, so pretty excited, and it's time to pull the rear wheel off, put this on the rear wheel, and see what we think we can fit back there. Well, you can't really see it, but it's on there. There's a whole lot of room up in there. There's a cavern up underneath the back of this thing. So, from what we can tell, it looks like we're gonna have no problem fitting the same size on the rear that we have on the front. We rotated it down, and we've got at least an inch of clearance between the tire and the leaf spring, which is good. We're about an inch away from our fender well, which is good. I have no concerns about that. No. And one of the things I pointed out, you know, we talked, do we want to run staggered? Do we want to run square? Nice thing with running square, if we go start doing some burnouts or something, eventually your rear wheels wear way faster than your front, so you can just rotate them up to the fronts and get some more useful tire life out of them and get them to wear evenly. Since we got all the gauges wired up, you know, there's only one way to test that tack, Jim.
Yeah, let's do it.
I think it's time to start it.
And the throttle linkage.
And yeah, and we gotta test the throttle linkage, that's right. We lost a brake drum.
Don't try this at home, kids, apparently. That's weird.
All right, let's pause and check things out. Yeah. So, quick update. First and most importantly, nobody got hurt, right, Jim? We set the back of the car back on the ground. I think the vibration actually just rattled it off. We didn't have any lug nuts holding the drum on. We can't apply the brakes because there's no brake fluid in the car yet. How'd the gauges work? Did we have gauges?
I mean, that was a quick run. We had tack, we had oil pressure, and we already knew we had voltage, so we're doing pretty good.
Yeah. Temperature should come up as we let her run. So let's give it another shot, man.
We had gas pedal too.
Yeah, that's a first for us today.
So cam braking, they say to rub it up to 2,500 right there and kind of vary, but kind of get some R's going, get that oil splash around, get it up there in the cam for a flat tappet lifter.
Cool.
That's what I'm doing.
Well, let's do number 2. pretty nice idle.
Yeah.
We do need to figure out that starter one of these days, because every time we shut the engine off, you hear the starter gear possibly disengaging, which is probably not too good on our starter to be running the vehicle up to 3,000-4,000 RPM with the starter still engaged.
Yeah, it's gonna be a torque monster because that was the highest I ever got was 3,000.
That was it?
That's it.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was 3,000 max.
Sounds a lot more than that with open shorty headers.
Yeah.
All right, let's get that fan going and clear some fumes out of here.
All right, guys, well, this was a really good day. We got to finish quite a bit of stuff. Ryan finished wiring up the gauges, started the motor, verified that the gauges work, so that was a good thing.
Good oil pressure?
Solid. 50 psi. Even gets up to like 60 plus when I can get into it.
Nice. Well, that was cool. We got to use this little majigger right here, so we kind of figured out what size wheels and tires we're going to go with, so that's really good. Now it gives us a little time to start sorting out those and get that going.
Yeah. So next time, Jim's hopefully going to have an adapter made for the brake pressure switch so that we can have brake lights. Those are a good thing to have. And unfortunately today I found another rust hole in the floor, another little one in the corner by the driver's, by the bright switch. For those of you that aren't familiar, it is on the floor to turn the brights on, but there's a little rust there, so we're gonna fix that. Then we'll get the carpet in. We're hoping to get that today, but didn't quite make it. So next time, bleed in the brakes and get some carpet installed.
Right on. So I hope you guys come back and make sure you guys are subscribed so that you guys get to see the videos that we're putting out. Make sure your notification bell is on. Leave us a thumbs up, comments. We're actually trying to answer back to those comments. You can find us also on Instagram and Facebook at Maniacs Garage. See you guys later.
Thanks for watching.